In this presentation, I'm going to be talking about Bruce Wayne's battle with anxiety in Batman Begins. Bruce Wayne is a billionaire that creates an image known as the Batman to fight crime. This image was created from his fear of bats that he developed at a young age when he fell into a well and was swarmed by bats. This fear was strengthened when his parents were murdered outside of a theater in which he believes he was responsible for. Batman Begins has a very dark theme. The movie takes place in Gotham City, which has a very high crime rate and needs saving. The film does an excellent job in showing how anxiety affects people. Anxiety disorder is a group of mental disorders characterized by significant feelings of anxiety and fear. Anxiety is a worry about future events, while fear is a reaction to current events. Bruce Wayne suffers from an extreme and irrational fear of bats, which is the case of his anxiety. And this is the specific phobia of bats, which is a small part of anxiety, which is an ongoing irrational fear of an object, situation, or activity. In this case, for Bruce Wayne, it's bats. Due to the culture of Gotham City in the film, Bruce Wayne's anxiety disorder would not be diagnosed the same way as in our world. The theme of the movie is very dark, and anxiety wouldn't be treated as seriously as it should be. Instead, his anxiety would be treated as an irrational fear. The symptoms Bruce Wayne shows in this movie is avoidance and physical reactions and sensations. Avoidance is avoiding all situations and contact with a specific phobia. In the film, Bruce Wayne continuously avoids all possible contact with bats and even forces his parents to leave a play when the outfits remind him of bats. Physical reactions and sensations are surges of activity in the sympathetic nervous system and increased heart rate and blood pressure, possibly even a panic attack. In the film, Bruce Wayne shows visible signs of his anxiety when he sees bats. He has shortness of breath and is visibly upset in the presence of bat-like objects, which are the outfits in the play. A symptom of phobias that is not present with Bruce Wayne is impaired bodily function. Bruce Wayne can still function normally when he sees bats, but still shows signs of avoidance and reactions to bats. The treatments that could be used for Bruce Wayne's phobias are exposure therapy, more specifically flooding, and stress inoculation training. Exposure therapy can be used to change his fear of bats into a positive outlook, reduce unwanted emotional responses, and get control of his phobia. This would be constant exposure to bats to get him in control of his fear. And stress inoculation training is to replace irrational thoughts with realistic thoughts through imagining the stressful situation. The ethical concerns for this treatment can be attributed to how dangerous being exposed to that many bats could be. Due to Bruce Wayne not being diagnosed with anxiety, it is hard for him to talk to a professional about his anxiety and receive treatment. Instead, he takes matters into his own hands and combats his fear while developing crime-fighting skills. A great quote in the movie is, "To conquer fear, you must become fear." The portrayal of anxiety in the film is done perfectly. Christopher Nolan used the film to accurately portray the anxious feeling when you watch the movie. The way Nolan describes the disorder and makes the audience feel what Bruce Wayne is feeling during the film makes the viewer feel like they have anxiety. The portrayal of anxiety helps you understand how difficult it is to live with the disorder. It shows what someone with anxiety goes through on a daily basis.